For this video I'm going to show how to make this two-tone infinity style bracelet. To start the bracelet you want to take one of your shortest cords and match the ends to find the centre. And here I'm doing a little temporary knot at the end. It's not necessary to do this, I'm just doing it so that it will fit securely against the clip to hold it in place on the board. You don't have to do that if you don't want to. It's not a part of the pattern is what I'm trying to say here. So you take the centre and put it to the top of your board and then clip the other side to the bottom of your board. And then repeat this process with the second longer cord in the same colour, match your ends up and find the centre. And once you've got the centre, just place that underneath the holding cords on your board and then pull one to each side, and then you're just going to do square knots all the way down as though you're just doing a simple basic bracelet with square knots. You're going to work over and then over and through, and make sure you're keeping your loop on the cords for your first knot just to hold everything in place. And then once you've done that, you don't have to hold it then because it'll stay secure for the first half of the knot. Then you're going under, then under and through. And unlike normal, you don't have to push these knots up to the top of the board because you want to keep tail ends at either side. And after doing that, you just want to do square knots all the way down until you've got the bracelet part, or this part of the bracelet at least, as long as you want it to be. And one thing to remember is however long you would normally do for a basic bracelet, add approximately an extra inch here to allow for the infinity loop at the end. Once you've done that, you'll end up with something that looks like this. So once you've done your first colour, just do the exact same thing with the second colour. Match your ends, find the centre, do a knot if you're doing one to hold it in place, and then attach it to your board and do square knots all the way down. And match the length that you did for your first half of your bracelet. And once you've finished with your second colour, you should end up with something that looks exactly the same as the first colour. And you can take your first one and match them up just to be sure. Once you're satisfied that they're the same length, you can remove your second colour from the board. So now you want to bend them gently into place. You want to do this carefully and not too quick so that it doesn't distort, because you still want it to be flat, but you want it to have a U shape to it at the end, and you want this to be nice and central. And you want to do this for both colours. So remember, keep it as gentle, not going too fast, because you don't want to distort it. Find the centre and just gently make it into a U shape. And once you're happy that it's nice and neat, you can link the two together. This can be a little bit fiddly, but it's not difficult to do, it's just hard to explain verbally. So if you just watch how I'm doing it here and just copy that. You basically want to link it symmetrically at either side. So I've got one set through the loop, and now I want to do the other ends through the other side of the loop. You want to make sure that they stay at the same side, so if they do cross over, just uncross them. Once you've got them linked through as you want, you can just gently ease them together. Not too tight, because you don't want it to distort, but just close. And then I end up with something like that. To finish off the fastenings for your bracelet, there are several ways that you can do this. For this one, I'm just going to use simple knots. So taking all the ends here, I'm just going to tie them in a knot to keep it in place. And then I'm going to repeat that at the other side with the other tail ends. So once the ends are secured by knots, you can find your two longest tail ends and then trim off the rest. And next I'm going to seal with a lighter, but you don't have to use a lighter if you don't want to. You can always use glue instead. And then trim in the last two tail ends. I'm going to tie a little knot at the end here. And then again I trim and seal with the lighter. And you can snip off any straight bits. And once you've done this on both sides, you'll end up with something that looks like this. So now all you want to do is try your bracelet on. And that is your completed bracelet.